Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. We're back for the second episode of the vlog. It's just after 5 a.m. and we are headed to the gym. Alright, so we've got a bit of vlogception here today. But yeah, it's a super busy Tuesday. I have 4 pre-approvals to work on. 2 more initial consultations, both first-time homebuyers. Maybe 1 more being added, actually. I've got a lunch with a real estate agent and a presentation at the Compass East Dallas sales meeting for their agents. So, busy day, but a great day, and we're vlogging it. So I don't know how I'm going to keep up, but yeah, it's going to be a good one. See you guys. I'll usually vlog my mornings like that, just kind of give a schedule of my day on my Instagram. And the response has been really good, actually. I just kind of tell people my schedule for the day. So, about to head in the gym. Just steady state cardio today, so some incline treadmill walking. Maybe you'll see some, maybe you won't. But yeah, we're going to get that done, start the day right. Alright, so I'm back from the gym and ready for the day, and I wanted to talk to you guys about my daily rituals that I've started doing. So the coaching group that I'm a part of, they're very big on a few specific, what they call rituals, to structure your day around. Rituals provide consistency, and consistency provides results. So, the first of those rituals is the morning ritual. Well, apart from getting up and working out. The morning ritual, at least my version of it, is based around 3 main components. 1 is to hydrate. So I'm making my creatine and vitamin drink, big old cup. 2 is to practice gratitudes, which I actually love. I was talking to my wife about this yesterday. Just say 3 to 5 things you're thankful for, especially if you can find something that was negative in your prior day and switch your perspective on it to see it as like an opportunity or a challenge, something that is positive and good for your mindset. And then finally, some nonfiction reading. So usually I would do this at night and my mind would start racing. Now I've switched it to my morning, so I'll do 20 to 30 minutes while I am eating my breakfast before I head to the office. Headed to the office now. I'm gonna listen to a podcast. Gary V on deck today. It's the same person I was reading earlier, so maybe that's a bit too much. We'll see. Once I get there, I'm gonna start the second ritual of the day. I'm a little behind today due to taking care of 2 dogs. But the second ritual is the pre-work ritual. So there are 5 steps to it. Number 1 is just to scan your schedule for the day, right? Check out your time blocks, make sure you're kind of aligned with how your day is moving forward. Second is to scan your inbox. Thankfully, I've already done this. I usually do it, especially on like cardio days at the gym. Just do it on my phone at the gym. Respond to anyone that has come in overnight or anything. Third part is not coming to my head right now, but I don't think it's too terribly much. Fourth for sure is to set my intention for the day. I've really been liking this. I write it down in a journal every day. I'm going to do X, whatever it is, usually some sort of sales activity. I'm going to do X number of phone calls. I'm going to speak to X number of people in person, something along those lines. And then finally, another really good part, big believer in manifestation, if you couldn't tell, is your daily affirmation. So I will blank today. And not only do you write it down, you say it out loud. So what I've been doing is saying I will get 1 new home buyer lead today. And I think I've done it for 2 weeks straight now, since the beginning of the year. And it's stayed true that I've at least gotten 1 a day, which last year was not the case. I mean, not that I wasn't getting close to 1 a day, but I was not at 1 a day. And it seems like every time I say it out loud, it's happening. So maybe it's coincidence, maybe it's not. But either way, I'm going to keep doing it. All right, so social media posting and commenting is done for the day. That's what you just saw. Now I'm going to go through every Tuesday. I do deal updates at 9 a.m. So I call the list agent, the buyer's agent, and the buyers, sometimes title as well, to kind of give them an update on where we are on our part of a deal. It's the number one complaint from real estate agents is that their lenders that they work with do not communicate enough. And so I try to do the opposite, over communicate. If I can't get them on the phone, I usually send a text. Occasionally, if I'm trying to build some rapport, I'll actually send a video. So I'll record myself and send it as a text message. Some people like it. Some people think it's weird. I don't really care. We've got 8 deals in escrow right now, which means a minimum of 24 reach outs, which is going to take me a minute. Just got a call from a new client out of the blue, kind of a rush deal. Hey, I'm trying to make an offer. I'm a VA, first-time home buyer, right? This is like primo. I want to help this guy. I've been using X bank that a lot of VA people use, and I needed to make an offer last night, and it didn't get done because I couldn't contact my lender outside of working hours. I know your rates are probably comparable, but the biggest thing I need is for communication on evenings and weekends. Can you do that for me? Of course. So we are already working on getting him and his wife pre-approved right now, so we can submit the offer today and we get this veteran a home closed in February. That's what I'm talking about. My realtor partner who sent him my way said, hey, if I FaceTime this lender right now, he's going to pick up. And that's the case. I pick up my phone for my partners, for my clients, evenings, weekends, whatever. We're getting people in homes. Today, I'm going to talk about the cost of waiting. All right, we sent out some information about this in our newsletter last week, and you guys and your peers absolutely ate it up. We got a lot of shares on social media. I even had one agent reach out and say, I'm going to make a video on this. Is that okay? And I'm like, yes, please. I'm going to copy your video. So I thought it'd be really relevant to talk to you guys about it today at the sales meeting. It's the number one objection you're going to come across with your buyers this year, and it is the way you're going to overcome it, at least with those that are more analytical minds. So, number one objection you'll get. I'm waiting for rates to drop. Let's see if it makes sense to wait for rates to drop or not. Okay, I've got some numbers for you. $500,000 purchase, 3% down, 725. That's average rates. As of yesterday, it was 726. Generally, OP is slightly below that, but just reference 30-year fixed conventional. About $3,300 a month for your loan payment. Let's say rates dropped 1% overnight, right? 625. What does that actually do? 323 a month, or about $4,000 a year is what they save if they waited for a whole percent to drop. How long would this take? Dude, your guess is as good as mine. Probably a year, probably more, right? What do they lose out on in that time is what you need to lead them towards. So annual home appreciation in DFW over the last decade from Case-Shiller. This is not me pulling a number off Google. This is the best statistical data for home appreciation. And it's 7.6%. So what did they lose out on in that year that they waited for rates to drop? $38,000 of equity in appreciation. Now, obviously, there's costs for actualizing that equity. You guys know there's selling costs. But regardless, even if we have a 5% year, that's $25,000. And last I checked, that's more than $3,800, right? So anyone analytical minded, I stress that you guys take this approach. Here's what you're losing out on. You're actually going to pay more for your home, even if you wait for a 1% rate drop. If you want to be part of that newsletter that everyone absolutely loves every week, this is our QR code to sign up. Every Friday, you'll get an interest rate update and then little tidbits like this. So I just got back from lunch with Carson. That went great. I'm about to have my second of 3 initial consults today. So originally I was only going to do 2, and then I got a call out of the blue earlier of that veteran that I spoke about earlier that needed saving, kind of. So anyway, gonna crank this out. You guys will be muted, obviously, private information. My next one's not till 5. It's currently about 1 o'clock after lunch, but I've got 4 or 5 pre-approvals to work on and send out, hopefully, over the course of this afternoon. So quite a lot of computer work. Going to be at the office a little late today. It is actually just before 5. It's like 4:25. I just sent out 3 pre-approvals and progressed a few more. So it's been a long afternoon. It's been going well. Put out some fires on current deals that are under contract as well. I'm about to do my pre-leave ritual, right? Let's talk about rituals. This is the second to last one of the day. The last one is the nightly ritual, kind of like go to bed sort of thing. But the last one I'm going to describe to you guys. So there's 5 steps. I remembered what the third step was from the morning as well. 5 steps to the pre-leave ritual. Number 1, scan your schedule for the next day. Prep yourself. See if you need to add anything in. Put any reminders, anything like that. Number 2, scan your inbox, your Teams, your text messages, and make sure nothing is outstanding, at least to the point that it is super important. Number 3 is check your sales activity tracker. So I'm like a numbers nut job, and I keep track of every call that I make, the amount of people I speak to every day, like all of it, and the amount of leads that I generate, the amount of pre-approvals that I send out. And so just check that at the end of the day, make sure you did enough and you're happy with your performance that day. I'm very happy with my performance today. It was crazy. 4th is to follow up with anyone that you forgot to follow up with. So I actually do have one more agent that I need to follow up with that I promised to call this afternoon. I'm going to take that from the car. Make sure your car time is made productive, people. And then finally, you set your alignment. You say your affirmation, and this is silly. I told Bailee about this the other day, and we both giggled, but it does make you feel better. And you say out loud, I did my best, and my best is good enough. Just give yourself some grace, right? Mortgage is a stressful job. It is a lot of pressure on you because it's obviously a huge purchase for every single client that you're working with. So you want to perform, but sometimes it's a stressful job. So just let yourself know at the end of the day, you did your best and your best is good enough. That's a pre-leave ritual. I've got my last initial consultation of the day. About to hop on that. It's about 5 o'clock. I just got home, and these people are waiting for me. So I'm about to hop in there. Hopefully that's the last thing I do today, but we'll see. Took the dogs for a walk, changed, and now I'm back on. So I've got some clients that are looking to make an offer tonight. It's about 6 o'clock, just past 6 o'clock. And yeah, it's time to get on, write a quick quote for them, full cost analysis of a few options that we're going with for their offer, strategizing with their agent to make sure it's the best deal for them. We'll get this out and hopefully get a contract for them locked up for a February closing.